Welcome to Bikini Design Club. Today we are going to sew Katie's top. It's available on our online store in patterns. So print your pattern at home, assemble it. We have instructions for that on our YouTube channel if you want. And let's start. You will need a cutter. You can use scissors if you prefer, clips, pins, your fabrics, the self fabric and the linen fabric, rubber elastic. I use 7 millimeters or 8 millimeters. So let's start by cutting our fabrics. Cut your self fabric and also your linen, but don't forget that the pattern should be placed in mirror when you cut the two tops. Also, for the back piece we have a fold line. Use the fold line to cut your back piece. Also, don't forget to cut your straps that are mentioned on the PDF file. In this case I used the black for the straps, but don't forget that you need to repeat the process for the top pattern on self fabric and also on the linen. You can have your straps in the back in many different options, and there are many different options for sewing this top. In this video I will do it in two different ways, so you will see two different ways that you can choose to do your finish for your bottom. So please watch the video until the end, because when we attach the back to the front you will see two different ways of doing that. Now we have our two straps in black, the top straps, a small strap for the back. I did it on the self fabric, 4 pieces for the top and 2 pieces for the back. Let's start by sewing the straps. That's something that you can do in the beginning, and then let's face right sides facing together for the 2 pieces of the tops, and let's sew under the arm and on the bust area. For the back, also sew on top of the horizontal line and the bottom line. Leave the sides open. I always start by sewing a little bit without elastic, and I do the same in the end. You will see me using my scissors sometimes, giving small cuts on the elastic. That's so that the elastic will stay flat once the top is on the correct side. Do not put elastic on near the places where you are going to attach the straps on top of the bottom, because it will make a very bad finish in the end. Use your loop turner to put your straps on the correct side, and through the side of the top, pull it to the top, clip, and use a straight stitch machine to put it in place. To be able to trim, in my straight stitch machine I sew over the overlock threads, so I'm sure they are secure and they will not unfold with the use of the swimsuit. You will see me going back and forth with my straight stitch, and that's because I want to make sure that my straps are secure and also that the overlock threads are secure. This enables me to trim like I'm doing here and make sure that the straps will not unfold and the threads will not unfold later on. As you can see, we can pull it to the right side and see our finished strap, and as you can see, it's perfect. Now I'm moving to my back piece. So we are sewing both lines of the back piece. We are just going to leave open on the sides. I forgot to sew one of the bottom parts of my top, so I'm gonna pin and sew it now. Now let's finish the end parts of our tops, the curved parts. As I told you before, I use my straight stitch machine. I did it twice to make sure it was secure, and trim the ends. We will now prepare our back piece to insert our straps. So I will measure 5 centimeters from the ends inside, and I will mark with a pen, and the same on the other side. That's where we are going to open a 1 centimeter hole. But before we do that, we go to our straight stitch machine and we are going to reinforce those areas. After that you can cut. So now we have our back piece with 2 holes ready to insert the straps. Even if the sides are not united yet, are not sewed, we are going to insert 1 strap each time, and we are going to sew. So we place back and front on the right side, we insert the strap, and then we reverse the back as it's here, and we are going to do a straight stitch. Confirm the size strap for you, since we are all different and sometimes 1 centimeter more or less can be the difference. Please take in mind that with the small strap that we are going to place on the back, the straps need to be 2 or 3 centimeters, 2 centimeters longer than if they were straight. Use your straight stitch machine, go back and forth to make sure that the strap is secure. Repeat the entire process for the other side. I will demonstrate it here slowly so that you can see exactly how I do it. Make sure your strap is straight, because on the other side I didn't make sure, so it was twisted. I used the loop turner to make it easier. You place the strap on the same side. I used the little bit that I've cut from the other side to measure, and I cut and I sewed just like we did before. After placing your strap, trim and put the entire top on your table like if it was done. You will see that it's not, of course. The back is not attached to the front on the sides, and since I did use 2 different ways to do this, I will explain in detail the left and the right top, 2 different methods that I used, so that you can choose your preference. So first let's do our right. I mean, it's the left, but you understand, our right. So let's place the back with the front. Now I put the back towards the front, self fabrics facing together, and we are going to use the methods that we only sew 2 layers at a time. To make it easier for me, I will stitch on the seam, the top seam, to make sure it stays exactly where I want once I go to the straight stitch machine. I use some clips and some pins. You can use whatever it makes you feel comfortable going to the machine, and then you have to be very patient on your sewing machine and slowly pull your fabric and sew over 2 layers. You will reach a point where you cannot do it anymore, so you will leave a small hole on the linen fabric. So let's start. We only sew 2 layers, and we will pull the fabric slowly towards us, so like a ring, and we will pull it very, very slowly and do as much as we can. As we can see, this side is already finished, so we can trim our threads and pull to the correct side, and you will see the hole that we weren't able to sew on the sewing machine. Now we are going to prepare our left piece. So I start by hand stitching the seams in place. This will make sure that once we are sewing on 4 layers of fabric, these seams stay in place. You can do it both on the back and in the front. In this case, I only did the back. Now pull all the top inside your front piece and match your back with your front on the sides, right sides facing together for the self fabric and for the linen. You will use your straight stitch machine if you want, or your overlock, and we will sew over 4 layers of fabric. That's why I hand stitch again, to make sure that the seams are perfectly aligned once I go to my sewing machine. Go ahead, straight stitch or overlock, and that side is done. But then you have to reverse it, right? So we will do again the same process. Open a small hole under the bust of 1 centimeter, and we are going to pull all the top through that small hole. So this means that on this side we will have a small hole to close under the bust, and on the other side we will have a bit of a larger hole on our linen fabric. If we want to use this top as a reversible top, I think the left option, the 4 layers option, is the best. But as always, you are free to choose as you prefer. As always, I reinforced the area where I'm gonna cut the 1 centimeter hole, so that's why I went to my straight stitch machine to reinforce the area near the hole. So once that is done, I reversed it to the correct side, and now I'm preparing to sew the small strap in the back. I hand sew this strap, so this is not something that I want you to learn with me, because I don't think I'm very good at it. So you can improvise and do as you feel best. If you don't know how to do it, just place the strap on the back. Please try it on before so that you can decide exactly the place for the strap, and then you hand stitch, as I did here, the small strap to both bigger straps. I was able to hide my hand stitch, so the result was quite nice. As you can see, here is the final result. Hope you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel.